For generations, the story of the fall of man has painted humanity as a broken species. We are the exiles, cast out of a lost perfection and sentenced to a life of grueling, meaningless toil in a world that is now our enemy. But a strange detail in the text of Genesis chapter 3, verse 8, disrupts this bleak picture. The forbidden fruit has been eaten, yet as the evening cools, God is found taking a casual, routine stroll through the garden. He arrives not with lightning, but for a walk. If the environment itself had been shattered by human sin, we would expect the Creator to find it unrecognizable or repellent. Instead, he moves through the space exactly as he did before. This suggests the paradise remained physically intact, but the humans, now paralyzed by shame, lost the ability to see the heaven they were still standing in. This shift in perspective finds support in the theology of the 2nd century thinker Irenaeus. He viewed the first humans not as a finished, perfect product, but as spiritual infants. They were designed with the potential for holiness, yet they lacked the maturity to handle it. If we accept this idea of spiritual infancy, then Eden serves a specific pedagogical purpose. It functions as the initial tutorial stage of a vast open-world soul-making simulator designed to facilitate growth through trial. To navigate this simulator, the system requires a specific player character. The Hebrew name Adam is a linguistic pun on Adamah, the red clay or dust of the ground. We are, quite literally, earth beings. This earth being functions through a 4-tier architecture: body, mind, soul, and the spirit core. The spirit acts as the pulsing core, holding the breath of life that powers the other 3 layers. It is the divine element preventing the avatar from remaining as mere dust. Once initialized, the avatar is given a functional objective. They are to till and keep the land, serving as the active custodians tasked with developing and protecting the physical world. The human body serves as a meticulously engineered interface for this work. It allows the divine spark of the inner spirit to physically touch, shape, and elevate the material earth. However, the simulator's layout includes a major point of tension. Why would the designer place the tree of knowledge, the primary catalyst for system failure, directly in the heart of the garden? To understand this, we have to look at the nature of love. A machine programmed to mimic affection isn't actually loving its creator, it is just executing a command. True relational love requires the capacity for refusal. The tree of knowledge provides this essential capacity. It represents the red button of free will, creating the necessary space for the player to choose connection over independence. The serpent in this system acts as the internal mechanism of the human ego. It employs a 3-stage strategy. It sows doubt in the rules, minimizes the consequences of breaking them, and triggers a desire for control. This potential for failure makes the system meaningful. Authenticity and moral strength are structurally impossible if the player is never given the option to take the wrong path. When an avatar follows the ego's strategy, the system triggers a feedback loop known as dark pain. This manifests as the sudden onset of anxiety, shame, and a sense of profound isolation, course correction alarm. It alerts the soul that it has drifted into an unsustainable trajectory of selfishness. The player can override this by choosing white pain. This is the voluntary, often difficult effort of resisting the ego's demands in order to choose love and service. These loops operate on a spiritual physics established at the Big Bang. This cosmic gravity, the Eden love field, pulls everything toward unity. Even when an avatar drifts off course, the spirit feels this magnetic pull, constantly signaling the way back to the center. Suffering, then, is the friction required for growth. It is the resistance training that allows the soul to build the strength to resist the ego and align with the cosmic pull of love. This framework redefines the moment humanity left the garden. The expulsion operates as an emergency system override designed for our protection. If humanity had achieved immortality while their egos remained bloated and immature, it would have resulted in a permanent state of selfish misery. Immortality without maturity is a cosmic disaster. The expulsion was a graduation. It pushed humanity out of the safe, confined tutorial of Eden and into the vast, challenging open world. This open world is where the real work of creation continues. For 13.8 billion years, the universe has been actively expanding, providing an ever-growing stage for the soul-making process. In this light, your daily life is the active game map. A difficult job or a tense relationship isn't a distraction from the spiritual life. These are the specific quests where you must choose the rules of love over the demands of the ego. By enduring the white pain of these daily challenges, the player character completes the ultimate objective. We evolve from the mere image of the divine into a mature and perfect likeness.